Hello, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time the Cybertron Fest is going on in Singapore, and they have revealed a couple of Transformers Legacy United figures, and we're going to talk about them here. They've talked about a new Voyager class figure as well as the Titan class for the year. Let's go ahead and start off with that Voyager. We've got Wheeljack. This is going to be the Origins version of Wheeljack. Now, I did see the box. You could see that in some of the background images, and on the back it shows that you will be able to put the Origins Bumblebee in the back of the vehicle mode, just like the original G1 cartoon. Now, it doesn't look like it'll be able to close because Origins Bumblebee is pretty wide. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but in order to just kind of look like he's sliding in there, I think that's fine. That's a neat little added gimmick and a reference to the original cartoon. So obviously this is the Wheeljack from the first episode of the Generation 1 Transformers series, and they've already done the Jazz and the Bumblebee. Wheeljack was the last one. Now he is going to be a Voyager class figure, and I think it's because he needs that extra bulk in the vehicle mode. You can see that bulk on the back of the robot mode, which is unfortunate. Yes, he's going to have some kibble on him, but for the legs, I think they managed it pretty well. The torso seems free, it seems fine, and I love the fact that the arms will be able to come together to form the front bumper of the vehicle form. You could also see those fans at the front there. You'll be able to take those off, but that's a reference to the show, of course. And he's got this little laser weapon that will be able to plug on top of the vehicle mode, as well as his hand. No rocket for the side of the shoulder. I'm kind of hoping that there's a tab hole for that. I didn't get a good look. But another cool thing about this is that he has the wings on the back, and they're visible this time, because the original Earthrise one just had these short little things that were really not that good looking. These ones, you'll actually be able to see that, so that's nice. And I love the head sculpt. I know the ears look a little short, but I'm totally fine with that. I think that the windscreen could use a darker tint or maybe something to trace it, but that's my only, small critique for the figure. Otherwise, I love the gray, I love the white, I like how boxy the boots are. It is probably going to be deluxe height to line up with everything else, including the Earthrise Wheeljack, but it needed to be Voyager because of that bulk, because of the engineering involved. So I do understand for this figure in particular, but yeah, Wheeljack is coming, and I can't wait for that. I've got the Jazz, I've got the Bumblebee, so yeah. Anyways, moving on, we get to take a look at the Armada Tidal Wave. This was teased a while back with the artwork, and we get the full reveal. Now, some people were kind of confused why this is going to be a Titan class, despite the fact that images showed that Megatron will be able to combine with it. And I don't think I brought up the images here, but on the back of Tidal Wave is a compartment where it's going to house a couple of parts that look similar to his torso and his arms, but they're going to be in a much smaller size, and that's the components that will be able to combine with Megatron. And the cool thing about that is, one, there's apparently also going to be a Galvatron coming out, so whether or not you want to have Megatron or Galvatron combined with that, you'll be able to do that. And two, you'll still have the Tidal Wave beside you, so you won't have to disassemble the entire Tidal Wave in order to put that on Megatron. And also, because it's such a different size class, it would look awkward. But anyways, taking a look at the separate vehicle modes, this is something that the original toy did. You've got the carrier, you've got the airship thing, and then you've got this other carrier vehicle thing, this troop carrier. And I think the setup is very nice. I like the gray and the purple. I know some people would probably prefer the green with the purple, but I don't mind, especially if they're going for that cartoon appearance. And I'm hoping that we get more Armada cartoon characters, because, man, I would really love a Demolisher and a Cyclonus. I think those definitely needed a toy, especially Red Alert. Come on, guys. But yeah, this is so awesome. I can't wait to get that. I'm not seeing too many traditional Minicon ports, but there's probably a lot of portals, so the modern Minicons you can plug on this. I'm also not seeing the Minicon that originally came with Tidal Wave. Whether or not we'll get that later, or that's just not going to happen, I guess we'll have to wait and see, but you'll still be able to put some ships on this, especially the core class figure, so that will be kind of cool. And I imagine maybe a deluxe class will be able to fit on top of this. So, moving on, it also does have a base mode, which is the combined 3 forms, and this is something that's added to Tidal Wave. So this is not something that the original toy had, but you can see that the legs will open up for a ramp, and it kind of looks like Fortress Maximus, especially when the Titans Returns one did that lame base mode that I don't really like. And the arms just kind of fold up, so most of it kind of looks like just his robot mode oriented in a kind of a weird way. So it's not that fascinating, but I was kind of scared of that until I saw this image of the full combined form as the proper original ship. So it's not like they gotten rid of it or whatever. No, you still get that ship mode. I also like the missiles that plug onto the side. That looks pretty cool. And yeah, this is an awesome looking carrier. It takes advantage of every component, especially with the gunners in the middle of the chest. Fantastic. I can't wait to have that flying around. I got the Pelican from the Halo Mega Constructs line, and I want to see them duke it out. Yes, I'm basically a child. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the... oh, this is the combined mode. I almost forgot about it, but yeah, like I said, these are going to be components that will be able to fit inside the Tidal Wave. So you've got this kind of shield piece that comes off like his torso, and then you've got this shield piece that looks like his arms. They'll just plug onto the side, but it's a neat gimmick, and I'm glad that they're doing it. And then we go ahead and take a look at the robot mode, and he looks fantastic. He might be shorter than some of the other Titan class figures we've had previously. Some people tried to do a size comparison with some of the other images and tried to Photoshop with that, and I'm still fine with that. Tidal Wave doesn't have to be this huge towering figure. He just needs to be bigger than, especially that Titans Returns toy that was a repaint of Broadside. That thing was just, yeah. But I want him to be definitely taller than Megatron, like twice as tall, and this guy does it, so I'm very happy about that. I like that claw arm. I like how sleek the arms actually are. I'm kind of hoping that it has some Combine Wars ports, kind of like how you can kind of do that with the original Tidal Wave. But yeah, the legs are nice and bulky. He's got huge feet. The torso looks in line with what it should be. I like the kind of purple side canopies on the side of the shoulders, and then the turrets go in every direction. The head looks fantastic. I got a good look at the head itself, and yeah, that looks really cool. I like the top section here. Originally, this character in Japan was Shockwave, so if you want to make this Shockwave again, you could totally do that, especially with the colors. Now, it does look like there's a Minicon port in the chest, but it almost looks like it's meant to just be a reference because it's shaved down, which I don't understand why they would do that, especially when some of the modern figures have Minicon ports. I don't know, it just doesn't really make sense to me, but if that is a proper port, then cool. If not, I just don't understand what's the point of adding that. But aside from that, I'm excited for Tidal Wave. What do you guys think? Please comment below, let me know. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads. And I'll see you guys next time.
AllSpark TV, now that's just prime.